our fortress.
No matter what I do, somebody gets hurt.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want?
Now let me leave, Murph!
I am Paul Muad'Dib Atreides, Duke of Arrakis!
Canada's involvement in film is deceptively large. In fact, did you know the whole intro of this video couldn't be made without the help or resources of Canadians, featuring the talents of actors, directors, and composers alike, like Colin Stetson, the composer for Hereditary, Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams in The Notebook, or Denis Villeneuve, the director of Dune Part 2. All these people are not only proudly Canadian, but also highly decorated. To break down Canada's involvement in film, first let's start with people of note, more specifically, directors. James Francis Cameron is a Canadian director born in Kapuskasing, Ontario, known for his highly acclaimed career as the second highest grossing film director of all time. You may know him by his work as not only the director, but also the writer and creator of the Avatar and Terminator franchises. While receiving well-deserved recognition from the public, he receives plenty from the Academy, evident by his multiple awards. Some examples are winning 3 Academy Awards in 1998 for Best Directing, Best Picture, and Best Editing, all for his film Titanic. Cameron has also done extensive work to push filmmaking to its limits, notably in the realms of CGI, evident in his work in Terminator 2 and Avatar, as well as underwater filming, where James Cameron would use distortion-free lenses and huge Olympic pool-level dive tanks. Cameron's influence is felt to this day, as big blockbuster movies we know and love would not be what they are now if not for his influential work.
You look lonely. I can fix that.
Denis Villeneuve, hailing from Gentilly, Quebec, is known for his unique filmmaking style, featuring long beats, steady camera work, and moody atmosphere. Some works of note are Prisoners, Blade Runner 2049, Arrival, and the Dune franchise. While only having Academy Award nominations, Denis has racked up an impressive amount of other awards throughout the years, and needs no introduction due to his relatively newfound stardom and a solidification as a now household name in the filmmaking industry. Some honorable mentions are David Cronenberg, known for his 80s classic Videodrome, Mary Harron, known for her work on American Psycho, and Ivan Reitman, known for the Ghostbuster movies. Next up, we'll talk about some famous Canadian actors.
You know, it's just occurred to me we really haven't had a completely successful test of this equipment.
I blame myself.
So do I.
Well, no sense worrying about it now.
Why worry? Each of us is wearing an unlicensed nuclear accelerator on his back.
Yep. Let's get ready. Switch me on.
Dan Aykroyd, an Ottawa native, is known primarily for his comedic work, being a founder and head writer of the original SNL cast. You probably will recognize him from his roles in Ghostbusters as Ray Stantz. Dan has established himself as a comedic powerhouse, as he not only acts in, but has also had a part in producing some of your favorite movies, such as Pixels, Christmas with the Cranks, and 50 First Dates.
That was before the accident.
And what happened?
One day when my mother and father were singing together in the forest, a great storm blew up out of nowhere. But so passionate was their singing that they did not notice, nor did they stop as the rain began to fall. And when their voices rose for the final bars of the duet, a great bolt of lightning came out of the sky and struck my father so that he lit up like a torch. And at the same moment my father was struck dead, my mother was struck dumb. She never spoke another word.
Anna Paquin, born in Winnipeg, Manitoba, is one of the most notable actresses in history. This is due to her feat of not only winning the Academy Award for Best Actress, not only during her debut film, but also at the age of 11. You will recognize Anna from her work in the Fox X-Men franchise and the long-spanning TV show True Blood. Anna will go down in history representing Canada as the second youngest person in history to ever win an Oscar.
Can I ask you something? If you had one shot, one opportunity to seize everything that you ever wanted in one moment, would you capture it or let it slip?
Was that Eminem?
Yes.
He gave me goosebumps.
Ryan Rodney Reynolds, born in Vancouver, BC, is perhaps the most notable and popular Canadian celebrity in general. Ryan started his rise to stardom in a self-contained Canadian-produced soap opera called Hillside, even making a movie called Just Friends, which was primarily filmed in Moose Jaw and Regina, Saskatchewan. Ryan's most notable work includes, but is not limited to, his role of Deadpool, offering his biggest commercial success as an actor. Ryan Reynolds will continue to grow as a star, becoming a staple of what we know as big blockbuster movies, while proudly representing Canada along the way. Some honorable mentions for some famous Canadian actors are Seth Rogen.
How are we going to deal with this?
Can I have that Milky Way?
Oh, you can't have the Milky Way. That's
There's
my
a bunch
Milky Way.
of-
I went out this morning, specifically bought this Milky Way to eat after my party.
That's weird.
It's not weird. It's my special food. I like it. Back me up on that, Seth.
I don't think you should get the whole Milky Way. I want some of the Milky Way. I'd be pretty bummed if I don't at least get a bite of the Milky Way.
Oh, now Craig wants a bite of the
yeah,
Milky
I want
Way.
a bite of the Milky Way. Everyone gets a fifth of everything.
I want 1/5 of your T-shirt. I want the bottom part, the belly.
I'm not sporting a crop top in your house.
I'll cut that off, make a headband.
You couldn't handle my midriff.
Guys, the only issue is I kind of need the Milky Way. No, for real, I have low blood sugar, and if my endorphins drop too low, I'm going to be a nightmare to be around.
What? Your LBS starts acting up, you can have a finger scoop of Nutella.
One finger scoop of Nutella.
Fair.
Elliot Page.
Let me ask you a question. You never really remember the beginning of a dream, do you? You always wind up right in the middle of what's going on.
I guess, yeah.
So how did we end up here?
Well, we just came from the,
Think about it, Ariadne. How did you get here? Where are you right now?
We're dreaming?
You're actually in the middle of the workshop right now, sleeping. This is your first lesson in shared dreaming. Stay calm.
And Michael J. Fox.
All right, this is an oldie, but well, it's an oldie where I come from. All right, guys, listen to this blues riff and B. Watch me for the changes and try and keep up, okay?
Some other notable Canadians who've had an impact on the film industry are Leslie Barber, who did the score for the movie Manchester by the Sea, Robbie Robertson, who did the score for The Irishman, Michael Dana, who did the score for the Life of Pi movie, Yves Belanger, the cinematographer for Dallas Buyers Club, and Mark Irwin, the cinematographer on Dumb and Dumber and The Fly. We could go on and on all day about important Canadians in the film industry, but Canada has had more of an impact on the film industry than just producing stars. It is widely perceived that in order to make it in the film industry, you need to move to a city like LA. Although there is some truth to this statement, given the fact that there's lots of casting calls and opportunities in cities like that, there is also some truth to there being opportunities in Canada. Canada oftentimes is even referred to as Northern Hollywood. It has earned this nickname through being one of the most used filming locations in the world, with lots of backlot stages located in Vancouver, and cities like Toronto often being used as a placeholder for places like New York, which are more expensive to film in. Some notable movies which have been filmed in Canada include, but are not limited to,
Those aren't mountains. They're waves.
A hush falls over the crowd as rookie sensation Wade W. Wilson out of Regina, Saskatchewan lines up the shot.
Is Scott here?
You know what? He just left.
Really?
Canada's involvement in the film industry includes, but isn't limited to, the production of stars.
Your left arm. Give me your left arm. This one. No! Yeah, come on. No! No! You cut yourself? I'm dealing with an injury. Right, look, when you're talking to your doctor, just tell him you have a spiral fracture of the left radius. No! No! Deep breath.
Stars and other supporting cast that help make a movie. This is due to the place that they're born. Being born in Canada in the film industry makes you a type of underdog. You don't have direct access to places like LA or New York, and so you're forced to deal with what you got and make it work. This has and will continue to produce some of the hardest working and influential people to have ever touched the film industry. From filming locations to iconic actors and moments like this.
Kevin's not here.
Kevin's not here. Kevin's not here.
Kevin's not here.
Kevin's not here.
What?
Canada has clearly and will continue to have a major impact on the film industry.